The story of the 20th Maine at Little Round Top is one of the most compelling of the entire war. It's a story that most Americans never knew until the release of this epic film from producer Ken Burns. As you walk through the woods near Little Round Top, it's easy to miss the monument that commemorates the heroics of the 20th Maine. You need to go out of your way to find it, but as we've seen, it's one of the defining moments of the Battle at Gettysburg and of the war. Hello, I'm Brad Spear in the WMHT studios, and on its 20th anniversary, we are thrilled to present this film that helped our nation understand the Civil War. We have more to come in just a couple of minutes, but when the Civil War premiered in 1990, it gripped the nation. It became a cultural phenomenon. It changed the art of documentary filmmaking and became a masterpiece. This landmark film was the result of over 5 years of exhausting research and filming and editing. It set the standard for historical storytelling, and now, with digitally enhanced images and new stereo sound, it's more impactful than ever. Now, as we celebrate its 20th anniversary, we need to understand that it could only have been created through the financial support of public television viewers. There are so many stories yet to be told, and your contribution is what will bring them all to life. Please make your contribution by calling the number on your screen, and thanks.
Hi, I'm Scott Sauer here in the studios inviting you to make that contribution. And if you do so in the amount of $100, we'd love to offer you the 5 DVD set of the Civil War. Hailed as a film masterpiece and a landmark in historical storytelling, this epic documentary is the most ambitious, comprehensive, and definitive history of the Civil War ever. Now, on the 20th anniversary of its premiere, we're offering you the entire 11.5-hour film on 5 DVDs. The film has been given a digital facelift, sharpening the image clarity, correcting the color, and enriching its soundtrack. The DVD includes the entire film plus bonus features. This is a wonderful collection for you to have, and it's yours with our thanks with your $100 contribution. Or if you prefer, with your $100 contribution, we can offer you the newest collection from Ken Burns, the newly updated series Baseball. This 11 DVD set features the entire original series plus the brand new 10th inning that premiered in September. It's 23 hours in length, including lots of bonus features that have never been broadcast. This is an epic film, overflowing with heroes and hopefuls, scoundrels and screwballs, Babe Ruth, Jackie Robinson, Shoeless Joe Jackson, Sandy Koufax, Satchel Paige, Pete Rose, Casey Stengel, and so many others. It includes the new 2.5-hour 10th inning that brought the landmark series up to date. All told, 23 hours on these 11 DVDs, all with our thanks with your $100 contribution. Or make it a $175 contribution. We'll thank you with both the Baseball 11 DVD set and the Civil War 5 DVD set. 16 DVDs that really tell the story of our American heritage. 34.5 hours of epic content from the greatest documentary filmmaker of our time. Please make that contribution right now, either online at WMHT.org or call that toll-free number on your screen.
If you've ever been there, you know that Gettysburg is still a sleepy crossroads. It's an unlikely destination for the turning point in the Civil War, but as the site of the war's bloodiest battle with over 50,000 casualties, it has become hallowed ground. You can still almost hear the voices of soldiers like Colonel Chamberlain of the 20th Maine. You can imagine President Abraham Lincoln's immortal words from the Gettysburg Address as you gaze upon the battlefields and the burial grounds and the monuments. It's a town steeped in history, and it's impossible to visit without feeling the significance of those 3 days in July of 1863 when the Southern forces reached their high watermark in the war. Yet its history was never more alive than in this film. It's the most ambitious, comprehensive, and definitive history of the war ever told. It was the first time television truly explored the defining event in American history. It showed us that the Civil War and the American people are not about the division that separates North from South or white from black, male from female, but about those powerful emotions that make us all Americans and bring us together. This is not just great television, it is heroic television. Your support enabled public television to bring this film to life 20 years ago, and your support today enables us to invest in the next epic film. Please make your contribution by calling the number on your screen, and thank you.
Make your contribution in any amount to keep that investment going in the historical documentary programs that simply can't exist anywhere else. If you choose to contribute $100, we'd love for you to have the 5 DVD set, the 11.5-hour film of the Civil War. It was honored with more than 40 major film and television awards, including Emmys, Grammys, and a Peabody. As Brad said, not just great television, but heroic television, and yours with our thanks with that $100 contribution. Or if you prefer, with your $100 contribution, we can thank you with the newly released and newly expanded baseball collection from Ken Burns. 23 hours in length, including lots of bonus features that have never been broadcast. It features the entire original series, plus the brand new 10th inning that premiered right here on WMHT in September. That entire 11 DVD, 23-hour set is yours with our thanks with a $100 contribution. Or make it a $175 contribution. We'll thank you with both the baseball 11 DVD set and the Civil War 5 DVD set. That's a total of 16 DVDs, 34.5 hours of epic content from the greatest documentary filmmaker of our time. The story of our American heritage brought to life as only Ken Burns can do. All with our thanks with your $175 contribution. Now, one of the ways that Ken brings all of his films to life is through the music. Our neighbors from the South, Molly Mason and Jay Unger, wrote and performed what became the theme of the Civil War. They joined us here in the studio to talk about that theme, Ashokan Farewell. While you make your contribution, here's what they had to say.
Camps at a place called Ashokan. It was called the Ashokan Field Campus in Olive Bridge, New York, back in 1980. And Molly joined me, and we've been running them together. It's now 30 years. After the third year, in 1982, I got home, and the world at Ashokan was so utopian. 24 hours a day of good friends, good food, good music out in the woods. That getting home felt like a little bit of a letdown. I kind of rode on the cushion of the beauty and the spiritual connection with people for a while, and then as I sort of came off it, I needed something to make me feel better. I picked up the fiddle, and this tune came out pretty spontaneously. And at first, it brought tears to my eyes so strongly that I was afraid to play it for anybody, because it felt like it wouldn't affect anyone the way it affected me. So I was a little embarrassed about that. After a little while, I discovered that other people liked it as well. And Molly and I recorded it with our band Fiddle Fever. And we've been playing it for years.
Jay Unger and Molly Mason truly brought this film to life with their haunting and evocative music. It was a pleasure to have them in the WMHT studios. The music's just one of the many intricate details that Ken Burns used to tell the story of the Civil War in a way that it had never been told before. The film was created using thousands of archival photographs along with period paintings and lithographs and headlines. And the evocative cinematography of the now quiet battle sites are a compelling backdrop for the interviews with distinguished historians and for the first-person quotes brought to life by an esteemed roster of actors. Only on public television would a filmmaker be given the opportunity to create such an ambitious and epic film. The American public consistently reports that they trust PBS more than any other source for fact-based documentaries. Public television offers the finest documentaries anywhere. They are the best researched, the best filmed, and the most educational, and you experience them in the works of Ken Burns, along with such ongoing series as American Masters, American Experience, and Independent Lens. It's your contribution that enables PBS filmmakers to take the time to tell the stories in this intricate and accurate manner. Your contribution brings them to life. So please call the number on your screen and make sure you be as generous as you possibly can, because it's your contribution that's the lifeblood of public television. And thank you for your contribution to WMHT from everyone here at your public television station, WMHT.